The crown of the mysteries, the assumption of the wish fulfilled, is your vessel, a sturdy ship that carries you across the uncharted waters of your desires, navigating through doubt and uncertainty to the shores where your dreams stand waiting. This assumption is the master key. When you wield it, realization unfolds effortlessly, guided by the subconscious currents of your mind. When you assume that what you seek is already yours, when you feel its presence as a living truth within you, the universe bends to your will, aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities to bring that inner vision into the outer world. This is manifestation distilled to its purest essence, not a struggle against the tides, not a battle to force outcomes, but a serene act of living as if your dream is already real. By stepping into this mindset, you open the floodgates of creation, allowing your desires to flow into your life with a grace that defies effort, as natural as the rising of the sun after the night. Assume the virtue you seek. Assume a virtue if you have it not. This timeless advice is a call to action, to embody the qualities or achievements you aspire to, even before they appear in your reality. If you long to be courageous, act with courage. If you seek success, carry yourself as one who has already triumphed. Believe in the fulfillment of your desire with unwavering faith, trusting its reality long before the world offers proof. When you walk, speak, and think as though your goal is already yours, you create the fertile ground for it to take root and grow. Blessed is she that believed, for there shall be a performance of those things which were told her from the Lord. This blessing is the reward of assumption, a promise that what you accept as true within will find its echo without. To assume is to step into the role of creator, aligning your being with the virtue or dream you claim, until the universe has no choice but to reflect it back to you. The Immaculate Conception, birth of an idea. The Immaculate Conception is more than a religious symbol. It is a metaphor for the birth of an idea within the sanctuary of your consciousness, untouched by external hands, a desire that stirs within you, a longing for love, a vision of achievement, a dream of peace, is an immaculate conception, born not of the world's influence, but of your own inner spark. Just as Mary conceived without earthly intervention, you conceive your reality through the purity of your mind, giving life to ideas that originate from the depths of your being. You are the creator, the nurturer, the one who breathes vitality into these seeds of thought by assuming their fulfillment. Feel the reality of your desire as if it were already here. Cradle it with emotion, protect it with belief, and it will grow within you, ready to emerge into the world as a tangible truth. This is the sacred act of creation, where you become both the mother and the midwife of your own destiny. The Assumption as the crown. The Assumption stands as the crown of the mysteries, the pinnacle of conscious power, the most potent instrument you possess in sculpting the reality you desire. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, when you dwell in the joy, the security, the triumph of its realization, you lift your awareness to a higher plane, a vantage point from which the world begins to shift. Through persistence in this elevated state, your assumption hardens into fact, manifesting in the physical realm as naturally as a river carves its path through stone. This is not a passive hope. It is an active elevation of your life, a deliberate alignment of your inner world with the outer reality you seek. Your assumptions are the threads that weave your future, dictating every twist of fate, every encounter, every experience, in harmony with the belief that your desires are already fulfilled. To wear this crown is to wield the highest form of consciousness, to reign over your life as the sovereign of your own creation. Life as a psychological drama. Your life is not a series of random events, a chaotic tumble of chance and circumstance. It is a psychological drama, a play written, directed, and starred in by your assumptions. Every thought you entertain, every belief you hold, is a line in the script, a cue that brings your world into being. The scenes you live today, the triumphs you celebrate, the struggles you endure, were penned by the assumptions you carried yesterday, whether you wrote them with intention or let them spill forth unchecked. To master the art of assumption is to take up the pen, to craft a story where happiness is not a distant hope, but a present reality. The crown of the mysteries is this revelation. You are the author of your existence, the divine spark within you igniting the stage of life. By assuming your desires as real, you step into the power of creation, transforming the drama of your days into a masterpiece of joy, purpose, and fulfillment. The path to fulfillment, to bring your desires into being, you must assume they are already yours, not as a wish whispered into the void, but as a truth felt in the marrow of your bones. The crown of the mysteries rests in this simple, profound act, feeling the reality of your wish fulfilled, and watching as the world molds itself to match your inner state. Persist in this assumption. Return to it daily. Wrap yourself in its warmth. Let it become as familiar as your own breath, and its realization becomes inevitable. A flower blooming from the seed of your faith. This is not a technique to be mastered overnight. It is a way of being, a shift in consciousness that unlocks a life of boundless possibility. The power to shape your world lies not in external tools or fleeting luck, but in the quiet strength of your mind, in the assumptions you choose to nurture. Wear the crown of creation and step boldly into the life you were born to live, where every dream finds its home in reality.